Today we're working on a 66 Mustang Fastback. The customer's brought it to us because he's just done a resto job on the suspension and the body and the motor. He's getting ready to take it down to the racetrack and race it, so he wants to make sure that this is properly aligned. So the first thing we do is we take it out on the highway, give it some gas, get this thing up to speed, make sure that it's handling properly compared to the other hot rods and muscle cars that we work on. And this one turned out pretty good. It had a few problems, but we can fix it. So anyways, what we did find was that the rear end of the vehicle is actually not aligned properly. So we're going to have to go in there, repair that, and once we get that repaired properly, we go up to the front end and we try to get as much caster as possible, along with a reasonable amount of camber, not being too low. But we like to keep it pretty close to zero because we really don't want to destroy the inside edges of the tires, because it is also a daily driver. So we go ahead and give it as much caster as we can, get that camber round half reverse, and pretty much tow it in just a little bit. Then we go to make sure that everything is as tight as possible. Then we go ahead and send them down the track. So that's what we do. Set aside for making sure that all the steering and suspension parts are as tight as possibly can be. You know, like when the vehicle is brand new, we want to keep it as tight as can be, lubed. We also make sure that everything appears to be fitting right and also appears to be locked in place right. On this vehicle, well, the rear end was not locked in place right. There's what's called a center pin that goes up through the spring. Well, that center pin does not reach up into the axle that's supposed to be held by and keep it in place. So what we have to do is we have to go ahead and drop the springs down, lift the axle up, and possibly even take the axle out, cut that plate off, put the proper center pin in there and a proper plate, tighten it back up, and that way this won't come apart when he's going down the track. And believe me, something that looks this nice does not need to come apart.